I'm from Yonkers. That's so I look like I just got finished playing golf, or look like I'm about to go horseback riding. Kind of boots. Not from around here, but I'm here, so I'm happy to be here. Let me ask you, how do you eat? Would you say when you eat your food, would you say you keep it healthy? You get fast food, or you eat potatoes? You're fresh food, like fast food. Okay. Fresh food, like meat and potatoes, like the chicken, yeah, and the rice, yeah. I love my healthy food, but I can't control myself that well if I buy healthy food. So the only thing I buy when I go out is I buy only healthy food. And so I didn't want to eat the food when I come home. I don't want to eat what I buy. So the other day I said, let me buy some bacon and pepper jack cheese and intersperse it, and it'll last a week. And it didn't work. So the first night when I came home, I ate 20 slices of pepper jack cheese and 10 strips of bacon in bed. So I'm not going to try that again. So I eat when I nap. I had a really good nap the other day. I had a really great dream when I was napping, and it was just me punching my sister-in-law in the face. And I don't know if you guys like your whole family, but I would never hit her in real life, but I do not like her. Sorry about that. So I work at Starbucks. I don't work full time there. I need another part-time job, so I was talking to my father and my uncle. And my uncle, my dad's brother, he has a horse stable in upstate New York, and he's looking for work. And he needs people to jack off the racehorses. So I'm thinking about doing that. They have big dicks, and you gotta jerk them off like that, or sometimes with like 2 hands. And you just let it like come into your face, because there's a lot of protein in it. So it's good for your skin, and maybe I'll start my own business. GNC horse semen protein powder. So I have a story. I went to college in Binghamton University in 2002, and I lived in a house with 5 other guys in it. And one of the guys, his name was Cece. He was Chinese, and he loved pornography. On a Friday night, he would, we knock on his door. We'd be like, "Hey, Cece, you want to come out, go to the club and meet some women?" And he'd answer his door, and he'd be in a robe, and he'd be like, "No, going to watch porn all night." And he would make 6 hours out of masturbating. I don't know how he did it. 7 hours. And so one day his door was open, and his room was right next to mine, and I decided, his computer was on. I was like, what the hell? I'll go in there and see. So I went into his room, and I passed by his bed. There were all these candles and lotions and stuff like that, and there's a little fountain. And I got got to his computer, and there was a root folder, and it said porno. It was the only folder on his computer, and I right-clicked it, and it was 5 terabytes. And I never heard of what a terabyte was before, because my computer was 2 gigabytes. And so I opened up the folder, and in the folder, like, there were like hundreds of these other folders, and they said like German Scheiser porn, big titties, little titties, Asian women, bestiality. And so I was like, all right, what the hell? I opened up Asian women, and it said like Korean women, Chinese women, Japanese women, and so I opened up Korean women, and there was a whole bunch of other folders. This mic is really weird. I don't know. So I opened up the Korean women, and there was a folder. It was Korean. It said there was a folder, and it said Korean grocery store. So I opened it up, and there were all these other files in it, like video folders, and like one of the files said Korean grocer, big dick gigolo, and another one said the next video said Korean grocer, 7 hostages, sexual assault. Yeah. And then there was one folder. There was one file, and it said Korean grocer, doggy style, Cool Ranch Doritos. And so I opened it up. I didn't know what it was. And so like there was like the counter. There was the counter, and there was a Korean woman just like bent over the counter, and like her head was cut off. And there's a big husky dude, and his head was cut off from the camera, and he was just going like this, and plowing the woman, and then he reached down and he just grabbed some Cool Ranch Dorito chips, and he started eating them, and like Dorito dust was like falling all over him, and like, her whole back was covered. And I went fast forwarded like 5 minutes till the end of the video, and and he was going, he went, oh, and then he goes, and then all this Dorito dust came out of his mouth, and then he just goes, oh, and he just passed out on her back. And, so that was the video, and that guy's unusual. They had 5 terabytes of porno in 2001. I have another story. It's also simple. I have a gross sense of humor. I don't know, like some of my favorite comedians are like Dave Chappelle. I like my favorite jokes. Dave Chappelle is like him talking about a crackhead eating shit, or Dave Chappelle talking about guys having sex with monkeys, or like Louis C.K. talking about a homeless man eating a rat. So this is my sense of humor. I was talking to like an older woman in my building. She follows my Instagram page, and she goes, your jokes are just too gross. And I was like, you know what? Maybe my jokes aren't too gross. Maybe I should try something new. So I have another story, and so trying to learn a different route today. So, has anyone ever gone backpacking? Well, backpacking is where you go like you wear like a 75-pound backpack on your back with all like your food and like your tents in it, and you go through the woods for like 2 weeks, and you eat the food that's in your backpack and everything. So I went backpacking when I was in college in Shenandoah National Park in Virginia with like 20 other people, and I went backpacking, and I was left. The rest of the group had 3-hour hike, a 3.5-hour hike, and I was left back. I was left back, and
What do you want?
I was left back, and I had to go to the bathroom. And when you go to the bathroom, when you go backpacking, so what I did is I dug a hole, and I shit in it, and that's what you do when you go backpacking. And they had taken the toilet paper, so there was no toilet paper. I had to wipe my ass, and it just rained, and all the leaves were wet, so I couldn't use the leaves. So what I did was I just used my hand, and it was pretty gross. I'm trying to go a different route today. I'm trying to do too gross. So I wiped it off with my hand, and I was like, oh, it smelled terrible. So I wiped it in some leaves, and they still stunk. And I wiped it in some mud, and they smell better, but I still had some stuff up there. So I found a stick, and I took the stick, and I shoved it in my ass, and I started cleaning it up, and I took out the stick, and there was a giant grub on the end of the stick, like a big caterpillar, and I was like, and I just stuck it back in there, and I finished, and the grub was missing, and so the grub was in my ass, and then my pants were down, and I had to, they had taken all the water, and I was really thirsty, and running back around for 3.5 hours. So I decided, I went to a rock, and I sat down, and I wanted to drink my own piss. So I took hold, and I was pissing in my face, and I was trying to drink some, and I got some down, and then I saw a baby deer, and you don't see, deers don't see many people in national parks. So I was like, hey buddy, what's up? And the deer came over, and it was a beautiful thing. I was petting his head, and I pet his coat, and then he had turned around, and his ass was facing me, and I already had my pants down, and I hadn't jerked off in a week and a half, so I started having sex with the deer, and so when you go backpacking, you have a lot of, you have to have food that lasts a while, so you don't want to kill the beans. So I started farting, and I was like, and I was still having sex with the deer, and then the grub was tickling my ass. So I started sneezing. I was like, and I was still having sex with the deer, and beforehand, I was eating a piece of cheese. So I grabbed a piece of cheese, and I started sneezing. I started getting all this snot all over my mouth. I was like, and so then the group came back, and they saw me, and my town, where my college was an old farming community, and Peace Valley was illegal, so I got expelled from my school and written up by the ASPCA. And so, I tried to, not do a gross joke, and I don't think I succeeded, but I don't think that was too gross, right? That wasn't a gross joke.
Freaky ass white boys, man.
I'm from Westchester, and after this, I'm going horseback riding. All right, thanks.
Yo, y'all need to have a little bit more respect for the comedians